Hey y'all! I don't know why I'm saying y'all because I have no southern in me. Hey guys! What's going on? So, I'm doing this. I am really trying to get myself out there on the YouTube world. So I thought, why not go ahead since I am home by myself. Great, now I'm gonna get kidnapped or someone's gonna break in. I'm technically not home by myself, I got the 3 dogs. But my husband and daughter are not home right now, so I thought, why not do this video so I don't have too much interruption. Hopefully the dogs don't bark. But whatever. So I decided, why not do a tag video so you guys get to know me a little better. I went online and I just Googled YouTube tag questions. So these are some that I decided to do. I quickly looked at them, so let's go ahead and get started. First question, what is your full name? So technically my full name is Alicia Margaret. I'm married now, so it's Herman. But I go by Allie. You're asking why I go by Allie? So 2 reasons I go by Allie. One, my sister-in-law is also Alicia, so to make life easier in our family, I go by Allie. And second of all, my name is, like I said, legally Alicia, but it's spelled A-L-Y-S-S-A. Now, put that together, that technically, if you look at it, it says Alyssa. So everybody calls me Alyssa. Instead of explaining the whole story behind it, thanks Mom, she wanted to be different and spell it differently. So A-L-Y-S-S-A is how my name is spelt. That's why I go by Allie. Are you named after anyone? Nope. My middle name, though, is. I am named after my nanny, and my daughter actually has that also as her middle name, Margaret. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? So I would totally change my first name if I could. My mom randomly will call me Marissa, which I absolutely hate. If I had to change my first name, I've always loved the name Hannah. So maybe Hannah. Where are you from? So I currently live in Central Florida, but I am actually from just outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Where were you born? I was born in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Who did you look up to growing up? So, I didn't think about this. I would say I looked up to my mom, as she was a single mom for the first 13 years of my life. And my grandmother, aka my nanny, she had 14 kids, and she was, pardon me, a badass. She just hardworking woman. She didn't technically have a working job, but she was a stay-at-home mom, a wife, everything, and she took care of everybody. Where did you grow up? So I lived in Canada until I was 13, and once I finished 8th grade up there, I moved down to Florida. My mom actually moved down roughly 9 to 10 months before I moved to Florida, which in that case I stayed with my grandparents so I could finish my 8th grade up in Canada. What is your best characteristics? So, I have a decent sense of humor. I usually try not to let things bother me. Meaning, if people say things, I do stress a lot. Let me rephrase that. I know my husband's going to be like, girl, you stress. And yeah, I do. But, I try to be funny. I don't know if I'm really funny. I'm a good person for people to chat to. I'm good ears. Which of your parents are you the closest to? Well, I guess I would say my mom. My stepdad's a cool guy. I don't know my biological father. I met him once when I was 3, so I would say my mom. Are your grandparents still married? Technically, yes, but my grandfather, my papa, is a widow. My nanny passed away January 2017, shortly after I just found out I was pregnant. I did tell her I was pregnant, which I am very glad I did. I didn't want to. That is another video in itself. And they would have been married for 55 years. Ooh, I could be wrong. I can't do calculation. Actually, I think this year they would have been married for 60 years. Don't quote me on that, though. What relative was important to you growing up and why? Again, I would say my nanny. Just her work ethics in life and how my grandparents barely made ends meet, but she had love and showing me that love can get you far in life. Yeah, money's great, but if you have love, you'll go really far. What were your parents going to name you if you were the opposite gender? I don't know. My mom, for the longest time, liked Zachariah. So, possibly Zachariah? I don't know. What do your grandparents call you? My papa calls me Sugar Pie. I've always been known as Sugar Pie. I don't think I've ever really had him call me Alicia because my family all pretty much calls me Alicia. Other than my husband's side, they all call me Allie, so we don't, again, get that whole confusion with my sister-in-law. What is your best physical feature? My eyes, maybe? I'm going to say my eyes. What's your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment is definitely having a good career that I've been in since I was 16, and also being a mom and being a wife. What is your biggest fear? Okay, my biggest fear, I don't want to cry because every time I think about it, is not being able to see my daughter grow up. This is why I have really bad anxiety, because sometimes I'll think about it. I never want her to grow up without a mom. Okay. My biggest regret is not going to college. I hate school. I've never liked it. I sucked at it. I could study and study, and once I took a test, I'd fail. Schooling was definitely not for me. What is my eye color? Most days it's brown hazel. I would say probably closer to the brown aspect. Alright. What is the most important thing in your life? My husband, my daughter, and my 3 dogs. What is your favorite drink? I would definitely have to say water first because I do love water. And a very close next is coffee because, girl, let me tell you, I have a sign at work that says no talkie before coffee, and people don't get that. You know what? They need to, because I am somehow a morning person, but I definitely need coffee before I could truly function. Alright. What is your favorite food? I love me some Chinese food. That would probably be my choice if I'm cheating on my diet. I do love me some good old pastries too. I would say Chinese food and pastries. Like pies. My nanny made some amazing pumpkin pie, and now my mouth is drooling. Thanks. What is your favorite holiday? Definitely Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. from decorating to just being in the holiday spirit, shopping. I know, don't get me wrong, I love doing Amazon shopping for holiday stuff, but there's something about going into the store that puts me into the holiday spirit. I don't know about you, but going shopping is like fun for Christmas. Even when it's super packed, I actually like it. Not many people do. Yeah, I love trying to find a good deal too. Let's see. What is your favorite ice cream? Favorite flavor ice cream, sorry. Oh, that's hard. I used to hate, I know, why am I saying I hated? But meaning it's kind of one of my favorites right now. I like, my ultimate favorite is like chocolate chip cookie dough, with brookie in it. And then I also love mint chocolate chip. There's something about mint and chocolate now. After I had my daughter, I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. I don't know. Your favorite sport? Wow, do we have a moment? Because I love me some baseball. I am counting down to baseball season. It's currently spring training. I am very upset I'm not going to a spring training game. I live in frickin' Florida. We have from East Coast, West Coast, we have baseball everywhere in this state. And I'm not going to any spring training game. My husband is slacking. Just kidding. But I do love baseball. Eat, breathe baseball. We actually did our gender reveal of baseballs or bows, and we got bows, obviously. But Tampa Bay Rays have been my favorite team for the last 10 plus years. They've had a lot of changes happening, but I do love the Rays still. Even I'm a diehard Ray fan. And I also do love hockey. I'm Canadian, and let's be real. When you're born in Canada, hockey is like put into your veins. Like you're born with ice skates pretty much. Are you a dog or cat person? Well, as I stated in the beginning, I have 3 dogs. I have Zoe, Gizmo, and Puggles. They are all rescues through Pug Rescue of Florida, which I volunteer not as much as I used to, pretty much just one time a year at our big event. And I help with, not technically social media anymore, but if anything needs to be helped, I'm there. I'll help transport, stuff like that. Zoe was our first. She came in, we adopted her. Then we had Gizmo, who we decided to start fostering, and we foster failed our first one. And then we did a few more fosters, and then we got Puggles, who was our blind and deaf dog, one-eye dog, I should say. So we've been through a lot with him, so I couldn't let anyone else adopt him. We knew his needs and that. They sometimes are a handful, but then again, so is my toddler. So it's not much of a difference. Let's see, are you a good cook? I would say I'm a decent cook. I don't know, I hate cooking well on keto. My husband is a better keto cook. I hate measuring. I know that's awful, but how I grew up, my grandmother never measured. It was measuring with your eyes. So, I hate cooking on keto because you have to measure for macro reasons. So I would say I'm a good cook when it comes to non-keto items. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these tags. It was kind of fun to answer these off. You know, I didn't really look at them before I started, so it was kind of catching me off guard, which I like. So I hope you guys hit that subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and stay tuned for videos because this girl is not giving up. This is my goal, is to be active out there in the YouTube world and physically active. We start keto back on Monday, so you'll definitely see some videos on that. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will chat soon. Bye! And I just wanted to say, guys, sprinkle a little happiness into your life. Bye.